We've traveled worldwide. It's time that allows us to experience possible. Let's go.
The emotion.
At WWE Crown Jewel, time doesn't just fade. Anything is possible with time.
History making.
For one lucky shot.
This out, and I am not a boxer. That's why I called out the GOAT.
This shark to ever live.
Can Logan Paul connect with one jewel?
It's time we begin.
Standing. The monster carrying cross.
This has to end.
In a steel. Tracking one another.
Well, look at that. To WWE Crown Go!
WWE presents Crown.
Continue. Or will a young upstart pull off the biggest stadium in the capital city of Riyadh, in the kingdom of... Tell everybody at ringside tonight, we want to say good evening if you're back down. Wade, are you ready?
Absolutely. What an honor it is to be here.
Al-Najani and Faisal Al-Maghaisi.
Thank you guys واهلا وسهلا بكم شاهد نقل الحق.
The following contest is scheduled for the Almighty physical specimen known as the Almighty Bobby Lashley. And tonight, at WWE, Brock Lesnar versus the Almighty. Lashley is human. One of the most impressive athletes we've ever seen in WWE. States champion. The most rated combat all time.
What will happen as these two powerhouses head towards a collision?
Bobby Lashley will defend his United States Championship against Seth.
What the hell?
Lashley.
Oh no! Why? What is the meaning of it? Kimura lock.
Oh, what Brock did was unforgivable. He comes up here.
This is my ring, and I won't be disrespectful. Here we get each other.
At Crown Jewel, I will expose Brock for who he is.
Absolute carnage. I don't want to wait till Crown.
At Crown Jewel, two of them will collide in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Two combat athletes in the world. That Lashley has met Brock Lesnar. What? On the After the Bell podcast this week with Corey Gray and Patrick, Brock Lesnar looks at Lashley as an asterisk. Lashley, that is what drives Lesnar here tonight.
Well, call it what it is. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar does stains. He doesn't do of the planet.
He sees Brock Lesnar and Lashley outside the ring. Goes right after Brock. To knee. And a spear by Lashley, and this fight. So Lashley said, I need to prove to the world that I can beat Lesnar.
Lesnar is in a bad way here.
Is counting, and Lashley doesn't want to count out victory. Bobby Lashley, we knew this. Bobby Lashley wants to destroy Lesnar, and a spear right through the barricade. We knew this match was not going to be for the faint of heart. Lesnar side area before collapsing.
Yeah, when have you ever...
Could make quick work of Lesnar here tonight to kick out at two. It is the issue where...
Bobby Lashley just crushing Lesnar from the word go. Knocking
up into the F5. but it may not matter. Arabia, but Brock Lesnar with a German
Wants to do, but will his body cooperate?
and another German suplex. Lesnar, who is no stranger, Finn delivers another German suplex to Lashley. Has not forgotten what Lashley and Heyman did to him. Back up on his shoulder. Brock, is it enough to put Lashley away? For my theory, the bad leg would not allow Brock.
Lashley, he may well have already blown his biggest chance of winning tonight.
Lashley with an attack, driving Lesnar to the steps early. And again, Brock Lesnar with Lashley up. Lashley, though, front feet right now, Wade.
What a catastrophe.
Lashley with Brock on his shoulders, driving Brock into the shocking impact to men. Lashley's perched for perhaps yet another spear. Lashley, though, Brock. Serious jeopardy.
Beating Brock.
Lashley trying to lock in the hurt lock on Lesnar. Tried to do this a bit early. Lesnar in the middle of the ring. And the Beast trying to...
Rare fear you see in the eyes of...
Lesnar trying to hang on, but Brock appears to be fading. In the middle of the ring, he has to either drag Bobby to the rope to force a break. Again.
The light in the eyes of Lesnar disappeared.
He said no. Shut up. May not have a choice. Lesnar's down to one knee.
This is it, Cole.
And Lesnar now back to his feet, trying to once again break the hurt lock of the hand. And out the top turnbuckle. Lashley's been counted. Cleared up the one asterisk tonight, however.
Kicked by Bobby Lashley tonight. I got a very...
And Lashley's upset. He understands that he dominated much of himself off the turnbuckle. His body and all his weight fought Lashley early on.
We had a game plan from the word go. So good.
And lapped by Brock Lesnar. And look, Lashley still in the hurt lock locked in. Then he lost the match to Lesnar.
I don't know how much he's... Oh.
And had a bum knee since the beginning of the matchup. Worn down by this hurt lock by... Bobby Lashley being so upset. He does not look like the victor.
He's not a man who forgives or forgets.
Proved to the world tonight what he set out to do. If not better than the Beast.
The time has come to play.
Just like witches at black masses.
I know who I've been. The youngest of 6 children.
Was weak. Most of the times, we were above water.
Kid who couldn't find her way in life.
Ever since she was a little girl.
With a dream in my head that I couldn't articulate to the world. But now...
Ladder match! Liv Morgan all alone at the top! Money in the bank! Watch me. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Contract! This is the moment it goes. You looking exhausted. I think you're living. And Ronda picked the ankle! Liv did it! Liv's the champ! Liv Morgan's eyes.
She's enjoying it. She's a sadist. She's a masochist.
A wild look in her eyes. Morgan goes extreme. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for Introducing first. Well, this is a rematch from what happened this past Monday night on Raw.
The match of the swung back and forth. Ultimately, the challenge.
The moonsault, the genius of this guy, made a mistake. This did Bliss and Asuka and Alexa, your new women's. You'll notice that there is no Bailey accompanying Damage for the Raw Women's title later on here tonight at Crown Jewel.
We got the power.
Becoming the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions as champions.
Yeah, we may have just won the titles, but we... Damage Control thinks they can put us on the shelf for a few weeks and get months of retaliation coming to haunt Io and Dakota. Plus, we are... Tell him. Damage control is not ready!
Well, we do know that Bray Wyatt is here. How that affects Alexa's mindset, we are about to find out.
Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka!
Nights ago. So who does that give the advantage to coming into this match here?
The next 7 days were some of the busiest moments of my career. Family was calling me up wanting a picture with the championships. So tonight. So you're giving they're seeking vengeance.
So Alexa Bliss and Dakota Kai of Damage Control. Strategy is going to be for the champions here tonight, and you have a bit of advice. Bayley, of course, a former two-time tag team champions.
Humiliated by their relatively short tag title roll stop for Damage Control. We'll want to set the record straight now.
And the Arabia pitch up for Daphne, and here we go to title, former three-time Raw champion. So she was the first one
in this ring right now, including in NXT. All four were
WWE. Tony Gurria. Oh, and Dakota taking Alexa NXT Tag Team Champion. We're talking about WWE Crown Jewel around the world. And Dakota fight. Dakota and Io, I saw them yesterday at they weren't defending the tag team titles tonight. Alexa's shoulders 9 wrestling here tonight by Alexa and Dakota to start off this matchup.
Real fast.
Alexa running. Nice takedown by Bliss.
Alexa Bliss laughing in the face of the former champ Dakota Kai.
And she has a full 5 count here. And Dakota turning things around. Tag Control. If everything goes their way, could end up with a Io Sky. In a long history between these two. They were once Sky sisters. Now Asuka and Io.
These two did not get along at all in Japan, either to the very top of this industry.
And Asuka are 3-time tag team champions. Asuka's had 3 different... Dog right into the knees of Bliss.
Beautiful
Great
coordination between Alexa Bliss and Asuka was really formed as a loose, unpredicted. They've got some real chemistry going now.
Standing drop kick by Bliss, tag man. And the tag team champions having their way right now. Baseball. Things not quite going the challenger's way.
Asuka seems to be enjoying this a little too much. Don't forget that the gold is...
Drop by Io Sky hanging Asuka up the top rope, and Dakota Kai back in this thing.
Yeah, really nice. Just when the referee's back was turned down.
Either pin or submit Asuka and Alexa. Countout doesn't help. Is targeted the knee of Asuka.
Something historic.
And the WWE fans here.
2 of the most cutthroat superstars in their own hands.
Yeah, and under the mentorship of Bayley. And look at Io Sky. Now Asuka trying to fight out of this and perhaps turn and does job isolating Asuka from her partner. Asuka trying to fight out of this, but I believe her right leg is...
When you hear the high-pitched squeal of Asuka.
Now pounding away. Asuka is jeopardizing concern on Bliss's face.
Damage Control, of course, put Bliss and Asuka
to the damaged knee. Io Sky is rough and tough as they use Dakota. Frequent tags now from Damage Control. Into the corner, Asuka able to fight out with an elbow. Down goes Damage Control. Asuka has given herself an opportunity. And Bliss fire corner. 1.
Pendulum truly has swung in this one. Alexa textbook.
Alexa, team gold.
They're spiked on the top of the head.
Is it enough to retain Io Sky?
About to slip away from Damage Control thanks to moves like this.
Bang! With Alexa in all kinds of trouble. Breaker knee to the spine. The top rope, smart move. There's a reason she's called the genius of the sky. Cover! Is it enough? Kick out!
Genius of the sky, still able to keep ticking after moves like this.
Heading up to the top rope. Io back to her feet, though. Meets Alexa. And Dakota back into the ring as well. Damage Control. Massive superplex. Massive crowd tonight at the massive superplex in this women's tag
team, and now
missile drop kick covered by Asuka. Isn't enough to retain. And Asuka from a
flurry of striking.
Oh, and now a German suplex. Jackknife cover. Kick out.
Gold frustration starting to grow on Asuka's.
This match has been so even weight throughout.
The swinging.
Oh, and a kick at 2. Dakota Kai believes she's moments away from regaining the
one who's witnessed her career. Well, a
tag. Io Sky melting off the bliss. Twisted bliss. Now Asuka dropped down outside the ring. Ooh! He's first. That twisted DDT. Still dealing with them. Bliss up to the top rope and help.
What the hell's she playing at?
Causing mayhem. Bliss is down and out. The cross. Damage control still.
The new WWE Women's Tag.
Really clear on this one. Alexa. And then Nikki Cross saved the day for damage control.
I'm not sure anybody realized champions.
There might be worst enemies after this. A total, however, of Nikki Cross's involvement.
But Heyman and Io celebrate. Tag team champions once in momentum. Going into the last woman standing match later tonight with Bianca.
Damage control to be continued.
Let me remind the person who had to tear myself apart and recreate myself time again so that I could be the biggest star in this industry.
I was 50. I was awful. Man, I loved it.
The financial hub of this country as Riyadh season.
Excuse me, Logan. Universal Championship.
One knows all it takes is...
Will Logan Paul shock the world?
The man who has defeated a who's who.
Right, but coming up next, these crown jewel events are no appropriate way to end a rivalry dominated by a... Drew McIntyre has had a dilemma for his idea, the strap match. This is what Cross wants. McIntyre with a spray to the eyes. McIntyre can't... Thanks to Scarlett. And pray. This is what you wanted. Ask.
This thing has to end.
Moments ago, there was a car accident involving Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
Get off me! Finally, McIntyre.
This could be Drew match.
Cage with me. I promise you, history.
McIntyre and Kross, and the clock is ticking.
Steel cage match. Feet hitting the floor.
Led by the Oracle, the man who plans to overthrow all competitors. An established duo which thrives on negative energy, and they've made hell for Drew McIntyre.
Weighing in at 206.
And that is a sword named after his late great I'm going to preface this statement by saying this, Wade. Drew McIntyre needs this tonight. McIntyre, strap match at Extreme Rules, couldn't get the Giants crossed because of...
When the milk turns sour, Drew Cross is going to face the ultimate wrath of the
1,000 drones making that possible. And now the McIntyre will be locked inside alongside referee. You can climb over the top or out the door. Both feet help.
Stars spend their career trying to avoiding in steel. McIntyre needing this in large part because he knows that's
champion. At 6'6", 254 rivalry that has developed between these two. Cross having an issue with the fact. Slam the door shut and prepare to. Neither man. McIntyre starts things off with the right hand and a chop.
They used to call him the Scottish Sun and annihilate Karrion Kross in this matchup. That is the only
idol as he grew up, dreaming of this day to be able to compete on the Scarlett looks on. And for Karrion Kross, Wade, continuing to make his McIntyre right there to meet him.
Much of Kross's used to call him the Scottish psychopath. Not mild mouse in this matchup. That is the only thing in Drew McIntyre's mind.
Dreaming of this day to be able to compete on the grand stage in WWE. Kross, Wade, continuing to make his name here in WWE.
Much of Kross's career in NXT, one of the most dominant in McIntyre.
McIntyre where he wants him, and now looks to punish Scottish Warrior. Woman outside the ring, Scarlett.
She is looking like a female head from Kross failings.
There, driven into the steel. WWE and McIntyre now getting the upper hand, at least momentarily. Punishing people.
Study Kross well, knows exactly what he's facing.
Wade, you know better than anyone.
The truth is, Drew's biggest mistake from day one with Kross is that he approached. But Karrion Kross is anything but
Kross. Remember, we've seen what Karrion Kross can drive Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre saying to Kross, vehicular assault or otherwise.
McIntyre. Scarlett looking on, barking orders at Park Stadium, the capital city of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh.
And the teams, I know you like soccer, Cole.
Oh, big soccer fan. Elbow from Kross, hook of the leg for the win, and a kick out.
That was an instinctive Karrion Kross. Don't forget about me, pal.
This is slow, plodding match.
McIntyre can go with the quickest individuals on the roster, the thing capable subhuman acts of wickedness. But now he might be about to. I'll tell you, that is a sign of a brilliant competitor. Every match has done his.
Headbutt now by Karrion, and another headbutt. McIntyre's hung up. Well, perhaps not. What a throw by Drew!
Of Kross, just a beat too long. And now.
And Drew, runs right into the running knee. Kross.
It's a pill to swallow. It would have been had McIntyre been.
Match up, the intense look on the eyes of Scarlett. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna punch you. Steel cage. Spine buster by McIntyre.
Conda slithering around the throat of McIntyre, but what a reverse.
Lost fade to McIntyre. Kross off the doomsday side.
Kross yet to make an attempt to escape by down a good long while.
And the future shock DDT. McIntyre into a kick up again. Kross climbing and scaling the cage. Kross into the corner, creates separation. High elbow from.
I told you. Horrible act.
Was able to. And now Karrion Kross looking to steel cage match victory.
You're just in the nick of time.
Kross and drag him off the top of the camper by McIntyre.
And 50-pound coming down from the top of the steel cage.
The Impact Steel Cage match featuring McIntyre and his Oracle Scarlet, and McIntyre calling for the official to open the door.
Redemption, finally!
And Scarlet with the face! Because of the cage, she gets involved again!
Nope.
He's gonna crawl his way out of the cage. McIntyre won't allow it to
Face and lungs burning with mace. McIntyre digging.
McIntyre can even see Wade.
Seen this ankle lock from McIntyre.
Glasgow kiss by McIntyre. Still blocked.
Impaired Drew McIntyre. That's the question.
You went over there moments ago and you got mace sprayed in your face.
Scarlet, Drew.
You can't win, Drew. You can't.
In your favor.
Keep doing it. If you keep. McIntyre's got to pull himself over and make it to the floor. And now trying to crawl his way out. Scarlet, McIntyre wins.
Here is your winner, Drew.
She may have made an error by locking the door and taking the kick.
Well, McIntyre was on a promise. I don't care what you want to try. I will take you out as we take another look.
Over the cage and then through the door. Drew McIntyre, the Wade, was a must win and a must win.
To hit that floor and Cross getting his foot down. That is... This wasn't supposed to happen.
Shop now a Fanatics experience. Today only. Free shipping. WWE Shop now a Fanatics experience. Today.
Cole has in a lifetime. Unbelievable.
If you're not excited now, you better check your pulse.
Blood all in the building.
Excuse me, Roman. Roman, do you lucky punch?
One lucky time. One lucky time. Which would be illegal. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, player in the history of WWE, will never hit the...
People believe Logan Paul may shock the world tonight. Will the reign end at the hands of Logan Paul? Will come for the last 2 years title reign. I have called every single one of his champs. Yesterday at the press conference, I was around him all day. Something feels different. Nights be the night.
Well, I've heard a lot of people talking about Chief, the man who runs this entire industry. Don't make the car.
The following contest is a accompanied to the ring by Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio.
You know, this faction expects to rule Raw. Well, we can get a close-up point of Rhea Ripley because early, and she said, "Look at my hair. Look at the way I got my hair tonight." And I said, "Yeah." Beth Phoenix. What? Those were the concerto back at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, not too loudly.
And there you see who I believe is the brainwashed Dominic. Parents who've had teenagers and then young men and women, they understand what this is. Believe is a bad influence in your life. Somebody you believe are manipulated from this force. And that's what's going on in my mind between Rhea Ripley and
Dominic. Dating in any capacity. But aside from that, I don't understand your daddy doesn't approve of. He doesn't have to ask permission.
Crap all over his fingers.
Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson.
Not forget how this all began. Finn, I got my own buddies to back me up.
He brought a duo to be able to call upon from your 25-pluser than the OC, who I am thrilled to say are back
in this matchup. Of course, Judgment Day. Leader of the Bullet Club. Age was aligned with Finn Balor in the club on Monday Night Raw.
A lot of mixed bloodlines in the ring. Perhaps they were overhearing you.
Yeah, did you notice the Punk kid, Dominic?
Not so Punk.
Yeah, what about his father, Ray, who moved over to SmackDown? Getting
the matchup that was one for the ages, but for me, under the stewardship of his own father.
So two original members and Finn Balor, who fancies himself the leader of Judgment Day. Different styles Anderson can compete with in the ring.
Yeah, this is a true kid around the world.
Oh, taking Finn out at the knee. Priest, the 6'5", 249-pounder. Tags in 6'8", 290. Luke Gallows, Raw Tag Team Champion.
I didn't sweat you.
Who AJ Styles admitted has become a problem. He's
numerous blindside attacks on the OC over the past few weeks. Buckle at times between these two teams.
Gallows with a clothing deck. AJ Styles now into the ring. And Styles has not forgotten backbreaker to the greatest luchador. Called Mysterio's match last night for the Intercontinental Championship. That would be jump on both sides of the fence, Wade. Go right ahead.
No. Rey Mysterio, when it's all said and done, could surpass his father.
Away from his partners. Dominic wanted in this matchup Mysterio. Well, wait a minute, the least experienced? I thought he was the greatest luchador ever. I thought you were jumping
and dismiss him like he's nothing.
What he did to his parents. Wait, please. Rhea Ripley barking orders. The double team by AJ and Carl Anderson.
That point in a matchup than to get to the outside, regroup.
Goes outside the ring, and Damian Priest. Crew out here at ringside.
Like he had anything to do with it. He was the one who executed the...
Dominic was running away, Wade. Let's take another look.
Drop. It's a bait.
At least he talks sense out here.
Graves would agree with me. That much I can tell.
Damian Priest. Then Anderson has denying the athleticism Judgment Day. And they've been dominant. They've done the dominant.
Dog fought to them when he found himself a new family. A family who can do things. Perhaps the things he wasn't getting from his own.
Cover on Anderson. Isn't enough to put him. Rhea screaming at the official. Out Saudi Arabia tonight. Judgment Day has completely taken over this match in the group.
Perhaps he's ruined it already.
Day last month.
Yeah, and if you can do that to two Hall of Famers, two of the master technician, high flyer, can do it all.
Motion trying to make the Gallows or AJ. Right hand trying to create space. Finn
Gallows, one of the biggest individuals in the locker room. Not quite big enough.
And again, Anderson driven into the corner. All on the same page. They've all bought into this doctrine.
All four of their careers, no end. They show appreciation.
Shot by Priest. Drops Gallows.
Solve a tiny window.
And AJ Styles was there for the...
Finn Balor knows them all.
Priest to the corner. Tag made. Here comes... Gallows with a wicked clothesline. Finn Balor, what the... Finn went flying. Dominic planted.
Things going horribly wrong. This is turning into a catastrophe.
Looking for the magic killer and Priest up over the top rope.
Spiraling out of...
Both men down. Wants to make a tag. AJ wants to make a tag. Here's the collision. Tag made to Balor. Why these teams are fighting tonight. AJ Styles refusing.
Same complete.
Oh! Shoulder right to the midsection of Balor. Styles able to counter. Oh, back of the knee to the back of the neck.
Advance.
Styles could be going. AJ rolls through. Is going to be
figure four leg lock, and AJ in complete agony now.
Anderson outside the ring. Damian Priest takes Gallows out. Balor.
Finn Balor knows well that may well have been.
Styles in the drop zone. Finn Balor going up to the top rope. Mysterio hanging on. Carl Anderson into the fray as well.
In control here. All 6 men competing at the same time.
In the ring.
Rhea Ripley knows well this is desperation moments.
Going to set up for the phenomenal forearm. Rhea Ripley. Ripley's got it. Come on now.
The decisive factor. Again,
this is ridiculous.
What?
AJ Styles, Stellar, cover, and the win for Judgment Day.
Again, Ripley, the decisive piece of the puzzle, and confidence by the week. Well, I'll tell you something, Cole.
Somebody's got to do something about this, Wade. I mean, once again, coup de grace and pick up the win.
You to avoid her at all costs. Of the planet, size 16 shoes, and that's this guy Omos, 7th. They make the rest of us look like garden gnomes.
At 416 was the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at 16 pounds, the Nigerian.
At the press conference, I know you were there. Omos. It was like the size of a skillet.
Yeah.
That's how big this man covered my entire face. It was like the size of a skillet. He's ripped. It's insane at 416 pounds.
Like a grape had he wanted to. I would have been calling this show.
Find it funny. This man has only dominated and I can't believe it. You actually
yesterday at the press conference, Michael Cole.
It was one of the scariest things. For Friday Night SmackDown in the WWE Hall of Friday, November 18th, less than 2 weeks away at AX.
Addict, that is your week. Do not miss it.
And at 335 pounds,
Braun Strowman was screaming at Omos during the press slam over my head here tonight. I think when he saw the 416
of all monsters, to be the little guy in the
MVP is not here tonight after Braun Strowman manhandled.
Massive loss for Omos. For all his physical gifts to the monster of all monsters, a former WWE. How much of the game plan was already passed to Omos before last night on SmackDown?
Strowman out of the ring.
Yeah. And nobody has ever treated Brawl's ego taken a little beating because of that. No one.
The size difference. When have you ever seen
Saudi Arabia behind me?
A test of strength to start things off in this matchup between these to the midsection floors Strowman early.
And this is something that Brawl felt like the most masculine.
I own this.
What a whip into the corner.
Get him.
And a splash. Strowman
broke his damn jaw.
I'm the only one.
Kick to the Strowman. What to say, size 18 quadruple. Braun Strowman going to take some offense to Omos.
Yeah, Braun was really struggling there. Omos. Monsters aren't real, but giants are.
He's got to get this one. Watch me work. I'm him.
Talked a lot. He was just trying to psych himself up, and Strowman almost had him off his feet, but not quite. And it had ease in one arm, power slamming Strowman. Now that is
psyche of the monster. He now realizes perhaps he can't shoot him.
I don't think Omos has ever looked this good, Wade. I mean,
he constantly. I've never seen Omos look so confident in what he's doing.
Come here.
What?
Come here.
Get him out of there.
Giant. Oh, you want some more?
Iron game plan to take Omos down. Well, that cast iron
slinging around the ring. Wade, the point is, though, and I was trying to make this early, He spent the afternoon with him, but was Braun just trying to convince himself?
Braun Strowman has ever had. He's been the powerhouse and he's physically dominated.
Well, finally, a little bit of offense. A couple of runs.
He's taken such a beating.
And get these hands has always been his motto. But that right hand can't get him over the top rope. Now he finally does. Omos lands on a Strowman freight train on the track. Stranded to a wall.
We've seen it 100. He's never been in the ring with the giant turn into an act of humiliation.
Moskin, Braun though trying to power out. Omos is going for that. Braun into the corner. Braun's got an opportunity. Lifts Omos up. Running power slam. Cover man. For the win. Strowman with the victory. But I cannot help but being
hit by a steamroller. How Don Strowman somehow stayed in the fight long enough to hit one power his entire career.
He was in a war. Jewel.
The undisputed WWE Tag Team. The undisputed WWE Tag
175 days as champion. Closing in. Also, the Brawling Brute out to the
moment this was. Isolated Sheamus away from the Brawling Brute and everything you can imagine thrown at you.
In his right hand are wrapped. I talked in wrist that it was injured sometime during the European drive. And if the Usos win tonight, he'll defend them next Friday night on Smack. And will that wrist come into play in this tag team championship match?
Tell you this, broken wrist or no broken wrist.
And here tonight in Riyadh,
and Rich Holland, the Brawling Brute.
The tribal chief Roman Reigns is going to defend his championship against Logan Paul. There's to Roman's championship. So there's so much blowing.
Burning the candle at both ends. So much to be concerned of New Day. That pressure is really on. How bitter a pill.
Career of the Brawling Brutes for Butch and Ridge Holland. And on for Friday night for SmackDown for a tag team title match. Jimmy Uso. Stacking Jimmy and a kick out. The Brawling Brutes. We're going to put this away.
With a frenetic pace trying to catch the Usos cold. Perhaps they've been bit.
Hey, peace out. Where you reaching for, huh? You can't lose these titles. Get no disqualification. Yeah.
Butch is having none of that.
I think the Usos are going to try to walk away and take a count out. Joint manipulation. Butch. The elbow.
The greatest technicians the UK has ever.
Elbow. That's because the Usos, the bloodline, caused a non-displacement
to what the Usos and the rest of the bloodline did. They didn't take out the.
Jessica Carr going to have her hands full, and a cheap shot by.
Completely taken the wind out of the sails of Butch. They control matches.
That's why they're one of, if not the great Wild Samoans, Zombie Secret Tag Team.
With Florida championship thing they have never lost is that desire to improve. Old standard of tag team, and in part because they've been tagging together for 15 years.
Off the second rope, tornado DDT.
Extra little bit of.
And that'll change this up a little bit when the powerhouse comes in. Take another look. And here comes Ridge Holland and, of course, Jey Uso.
Ridge, as he likes to say.
A former rugby player, built like a refrigerator. One of the toughest men on the field. Now both Usos smiling.
Friday Night Firm is going global. Fans in
as well. Oh, it's paying homage to Sheamus.
And shut. Perhaps saving the gold in the process.
And here's Jimmy. Runs into a right hand.
Cleaned his clock.
to Jimmy.
So it works in the pub.
And Jey Uso, nonetheless. Ridge Holland. Oh, planting. Jimmy. And the frenzied, manic Butch looks to pick up the
Gene in there.
Oh, Butch, nobody home. Jey went to super out.
Just a millisecond away from the...
Oh, yeah. Oh. Jey again saving his brother. Double super kick. Gary. Super kick catches Butch. Up to the top rope. But for the Usos trying to break the fingers of Jimmy Uso. Not sure Butch realizes the tag was made. Jey Uso now.
Jey Uso going Scott
to retain and keep it out.
Matchup. Of Butch, this one surely
so far at Crown Jewel. This is for the tag team titles. Last woman title, all still to come tonight at Crown Jewel.
They're talking about Uzi. Hey, Uzi enough.
Broken. Well, I think it's broken now. Tag made. Here comes Holland.
Yeah.
And Ridge with Jey up on his shoulders. Oh my goodness!
How sweet would it have been to made a different gravy?
Tag made. Here comes Butch.
You'll never have a better opportunity.
Well, the Usos right in, right here, right now.
Time and time again.
We're going to win the gold right there.
That's stupidly written, the Usos.
Indeed, this is 75 days.
I am melting at rings.
And now the fight on the apron and the fight inside the ring. Behind. Tag made. Jimmy's legal. I don't think Butch realizes it.
But
you got to be kidding me.
Oh.
One and done.
The undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion.
Well, the Usos tried to get out of Dodge early. A brawling brutes. A successful banger at that goal.
The Usos can now concentrate. See it happen. Jey Uso would deliver the super kick. And with that, tag team champions. Friday night, 183 days. The New Day will try to stop the Usos. A Friday night SmackDown on Fox. The Usos.
Come on. The following his match. There are no pinfalls, no countouts, no disqualification. 10.
Wade, we all know my history with Bayley, right? But there's no doubt. 20, Bayley became the first woman to be involved in a championship, involved in the first stipulation bout for a women's match.
It's undoubtedly one, if not the GOAT. WWE, this is a woman who has pushed this industry like Bianca Belair for a full 10 count.
1,000 drones moments ago, there they are, spelling out championship reign. But she has to keep her down for it.
To keep her down for 3. 10. Unthinkable.
The energetic, the charismatic, in a time and place where we are ever growing what Bayley believes as she heads into this battle with Bianca rules in a ladder match.
Every woman is a whatsoever when it comes to Bianca Belair. She is
Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, the first 2 black women to ever match tonight.
With Bianca Belair.
The following test is introducing Bayley. Opponent, Bianca Belair.
All submission, disqualification.
You can put any notion of morality to that Bayley is as mean as nasty as they go.
2008 WWE's Women's Evolution. here in Saudi Arabia. Natalya and Lacey Evans come tonight. Bianca, Bayley, last woman standing for the Raw Women's count. Bianca must make it back to her feet before a count of 10. And
Bayley all the same.
Belair with the power now, the slam to Bayley. Slam to the former Raw SmackDown.
It's just a game of one-upsmanship at the moment.
And the ending of the match.
Those depths that we talked about a little earlier on, the fact that
Bianca Belair avoiding the kendo stick from Bayley.
Well, front row just couldn't do that again if she tried.
I think on a count of 3 as Bayley struggles back to her feet.
Are you already on your high horse taking pot shots at poor Bayley? She used to be
for a drop kick, and now Bayley looks good. And again, Bianca avoiding Bayley. Chair to her face, and Bianca again in control. The thing is about Belair is every time Bayley has tried to take a weapon to her.
At this point, clearly all bets are off. The gloves come off in this matchup.
And never use a weapon. Think about what that does for your career.
Fire with fire and not get suckered in like that.
Belair hung up with the chip at Extreme Rules last month in a ladder match. Bianca over 3.
Cannot deny that for a second, provided.
Bayley pulls herself back to her feet, wave off the count. Fail to her advantage. And Bayley with a suplex. Back to her feet at a count of 6.
Bayley prowling.
Gonna scale the barricade, and this is not gonna be good for the Raw Women's Champion. Out.
Some acrobatics of her own with some real.
And again, the impact.
Feet broken, the count.
Now Bayley. And Bianca's in all kinds of trouble. And you talked about it earlier. And Bayley is doing that right now.
Well, here's Bianca Belair's biggest miss. The nastiest win these kind of matches.
The table's up. Bayley with Belair. Down. Forearms to the face of Bayley, driving Bayley back.
To realize
why
does she have to get to? Both ladies now.
Both women down. At a count of 7 now. Bayley back to her feet. Belair right. Bayley ring.
Caught up in the equipment there. And nor should you in this kind of matchup. Last chance saloon tonight. She loses here. That might be her off fight tonight.
Bayley top rope. Bianca Belair though back to her feet.
Oh! Bayley, just when she thought she'd done it all, got the upper hand.
Back up on the second rope.
Well, Bianca is so capitalized. Oh.
Now using the steps to her advantage. Steps. And now. Her feet obviously by 10. Bayley's the champion. 4. A 7. Back to her feet. Bayley realizing it. Now
from Bayley.
Count of 6. 7.
Bianca just about
a stick like Alex Bregman. And Bianca Belair intercepted. Show her power.
After the beating she had.
And Bayley avoiding this. 1, 2, 4, 5. Count of 5.
Not taking her eyes off Bayley.
Bayley makes it to her feet at 8. Back.
Bayley's getting the hell out of Dodge. Can't say anything from here.
Oh, now Belair unloading with a entering the kendo stick across the back of Bayley. And Bayley.
It is. Can Bayley even get up in time?
4. Count of 4. The official now to count of in on the championship. Count of 8. Belair makes it back to her feet as well. Just
effective. Bayley to belly. Not quite enough. Just a.
And the thud. And Bayley now with an equipment case. Running Belair over. Belair strapped. Bayley could be closing in on the title. Loading out of the case. And Bayley again, just sizing the damage. Bayley able to fight out of it.
Balance precariously at the top.
There fades if she passes out here. Bayley's got an opportunity.
Let go until you know the gold is in the bag.
Now, Bayley may have just won the Raw Women's Championship.
Couple of seconds with that tantrum. If she'd have jumped off, she'd have had a fall.
Bianca, no clue where she's at. On instinct alone, trying to make. Bayley's driving a damn goal. She's gonna run over Bianca.
Not expect this evening.
Bianca and Bayley. Somebody say Caddyshack. Bayley, top of. Can you imagine?
Oh, come on, bring it down.
Black Women's Stadium match I've ever seen.
Come on, hey.
The hell do you...
Look out, Wade!
Oh my.
4!
Wasn't exactly a hole in one.
Oh, jeez!
Tables don't break. Sometimes it's even worse when you catch the edge.
And Bianca now with sending Bayley through the table. The table splittering. Count of 8. Can Bayley make it back to her feet? Count of 9.
2 women down. We've seen it all already.
Chairs.
Well, it's a highly effective tech.
Mind.
You've got to summon up the worst.
Miami Bayley on the chairs. I don't think
Bayley might have been better off staying down at table break.
Out of the way, and now Bayley got a chance.
The devious, their confidence, and then pull it away at the worst possible.
Count of 9, Bayley just makes it to her feet, and Bayley
was not enough. Bayley immediately pounced.
Unloading on Belair. Now what's Bayley going to do?
A vicious approach to pain from Bayley.
Listen, the KOD onto the chair.
Tried to avoid the chair, wasn't quite good enough.
And now Belair, Bayley, drop Bayley underneath the ladder. There are no rules. Count of 5.
Better than duct tape, she did it.
Belair retains the
Women's Champion, Bianca.
This match has been, we had everything. Her body delving deep into Bayley's
first into the chair.
And that was a horrific sandwiched in the ladder under the bottom rope. Belair victorious.
Belair. And Belair tonight. Women's champion. It's been an amazing few days here for WWE, traditional WWE Crown Jewel.
My name is Bray. You knew exactly who I am. Probably don't know about me, but I come from a very prestigious family. And some might say that they're even larger than life. Was great. But great of all of them. Yes, you are. Well, I gave in myself. And I wore that. And it didn't take me long to understand that while I no longer could be afraid. And that type of thing like that. In a kingdom of nothingness, myself into, he destroyed me. Alone. No one to love me. Nowhere to run. No one loves me. People don't even love me. But that is not the man that I want to be. My name is Bray Wyatt, and I am here. Why wear a mask? Love to be someone you're not. You can fool. Who knows you better than I do? Do you think the truth is you're gonna go too far? When you do, you're gonna remember just how good it feels. Good. Don't take the mask off.
To play.
Generals gathered in their masses.
It's going to be like 3 weeks from tonight, Thanksgiving weekend.
And I've had the pleasure at NXT of calling a couple of War Games matches. Is going to be off the hook
for the first time ever for Raw Down. But coming up next here at Crown, Roman Reigns on an historic run as the undisputed champion. How lucky punch from Logan Paul.
This is what I do. I had someone on my podcast, you guys,
for blessing us with your presence.
I have a habit of saying some pretty stupid
Roman Reigns.
Are you chief for the undisputed championship?
I knew all about Logan Paul. This man has over 30. He's had 2 matches. I've been the champ for over 2. Saudi Arabia. I'm going to show you what God mode really looks like.
Been doubted my whole life. I run my mouth a lot, but that's because I'm did not take me out. I know I'm the underdog in this fight.
There's a chance in Saudi you can shock the world, right? Because he's obviously not thinking.
If I hit Roman Reigns so hard,
that's Jey Uso. Uso trying to beat the hell out of Logan Paul with one lucky.
About Logan Paul knocking me out.
I've been doubted my whole life. I run my mouth a lot, but that's because I'm confident in this fight. But what I do have.
Shock the world, right? Because he's not thinking that he's going to take you seriously.
Roman Reigns so hard that I bounce his face on the.
Uso trying to beat the hell out of Logan Paul.
One lucky shot.
Paul knocking me out. When they should Logan Paul out. Hey, no man knocked me out. Everybody, I want it. Oh.
That you forgot about me. The tribal chief ain't the only one. Jake Paul! History I ever do. I am the table.
But you acknowledge me.
Media influence, a Burke Douglas-like upset. It would be the big of all of sports. Here is a man Logan Paul, a 5-division world champion in boxing. A man, and I talk about Logan Paul. He's better than I thought. Words of Money Mayweather.
Well, first of all, Cole, outside you mentioned Floyd waved it. I'll take nothing away from it. But this is different. This is apples and oranges. That was Floyd. This is peak Roman Reigns. This is God mode Roman Reigns. That somebody like Logan Paul, an outsider, could just...
Imagine if it happens. In his third match in WWE, and somehow take out one of the greatest champions.
Heavyweight title in his third ever fight in that game. Great entertainer. Hell of an athlete too, but he ain't Brock Lesnar.
Since Reigns has been pinned. $197 days. Interesting comments on Corey Graves' After the Bell podcast this Paul tonight. Said this. He goes, Roman Reigns is going to show Reigns' dad Sikadu or his uncle Appa. When an outsider with shoulders, they've entered stage.
They don't call him the wise man for the nail on the head.
However, there's been whispers that have told me that are very close to Roman that he won't listen to advice, that he won't take the fact that looking ahead to the future, maybe Roman Reigns isn't quite.
Technical sources, listen, Roman Reigns doesn't expect is those closest to him in the bloodline. The man has proven it time and time again against names like Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, gold victim to Roman Reigns over the past 2+ years like Logan Paul. You should be ashamed of yourself, Michael Cole.
It takes one lucky knockout punch. You saw what Paul did to Jey Uso. Hogan, longer than Roman.
The following contest scheduled for one Universal Championship. Fighting out of Dorado Beach, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, Paul, Florida, weighing in at 260, Universal Champion.
Is it a fictional story like Rocky and Reigns tonight in a big fight atmosphere in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia of the undisputed the tribal chief Reigns, and a smug look on the face weeks and weeks that he doesn't sweat Logan Paul. Wade, why should
championship reign?
Jump center of the dominance. Will look.
What's been made of the 2 matches that Logan Paul has? Size and strength to his opponent. It's a different story tonight with
approaching GOAT status in WWE history. Again, they get into the corner. The official.
Let's go.
Right. Not going to push me around like that. Think about Logan Paul. He's got to stay in this early wave, and he can't get in. Waistlock, standing switch by Logan. Nice move by Paul. Nice takedown. The takedown with a bit more authority. Oh, he's putting on a clinic. Oh, the right hand will stop that.
Slow down. Get carried away. Ready there. He got raggedy with a wild haymaker.
You heard what Henry's arm on this.
Paul's best opportunity.
And look at Roman shots.
And is the dominant world champion for 2+ years.
But listen, as champion, get in the ring. I don't get paid by the hour. I get paid to win matches. I get paid to be champion.
Stop running, Tribal Chief.
And again, Roman. Oh, and a body shot.
Kidney shot right there.
No hurry at all for Roman to go into any sort of cover.
But this now is a different Roman Reigns. I was in the ring with
Paul, who kicks it one.
Easy for Roman Reigns. He's read Logan Paul like a book.
He had to keep the space. He had to. He's going to punish him. Paul, though, lands on his feet. And Logan with a body shot. Oh, and he drops his hands, right? And then maybe you can hit the one lucky shot. What a leap. Heyman is shocked, actually.
Logan Paul desperate to capitalize as we take another lucky for the time being.
Logan's outside the ring. He realizes he's going to have to do a lot more. It's champion, bringing the fight to Roman, and it didn't work out too well.
Boxing specialist, no means to defend himself against kick.
Man, I'd love to get a shot of Heyman, who had his... There's Paul, obviously concerned, because the gravy train made clothesline, and the cover for the title, and a 2.5.
Holding momentarily.
Watch this. Most dominant champion of the past 35 years.
Yeah, and now perhaps likely. And at this point, when I realize, wow, I'm underprepared.
On the top rope, Logan Paul won't go away. The desperation right to Logan Paul, and now both men
rise to the top.
Rise up! Rise up! This is
time to regroup. And I think what happened here is Logan has got Roman Reigns' dominance written all over it.
Now we're perhaps moving up to second gear. You've had
suplex to Logan Paul. Cover by Reigns, forearm in the face, and Logan in.
You get the impression that Roman Reigns' strategy for tonight is going on instinct at this point.
Give up, Logan! No! Marceau Park Stadium hosting this clash for the set that no one would ever believe.
Oh, Logan, what is that? And here's the thing for Logan Paul and followers worldwide who wanted this. They've had their moment.
Got him. Talk about it soon. Tell him.
A wrench on the neck.
Close shots create space.
And that jaw's wide open.
Logan grip. Oh, and down goes Paul. Cover by Reigns to retain the championship. Here Roman Reigns, obviously in ring shape, defended the championship, at least match ever.
Yeah, you can train nothing like cardio from inside that ring. I came back from ending my motor, getting my wheels oiled in order to get up to get.
Oh yeah. Right here. Listen, hey, ain't no more YouTubers coming over. Mr. Beast.
You know what? Take his back and make him humble.
Trying to make it back to his feet. Lefts are having an effect to the midsection of Reigns. Logan now looking to rally a little bit. Got Reigns, what a move!
Really impressive. We know that Logan Paul did some training with, as we see week in, week out on NXT, but it takes more than
a... moments ago, trying to make it back to their feet. Roman surprise to drop the hands. Maybe land a lucky punch. Paul looking for a body slam. Roman slips behind. Buster. Logan Paul to the cover.
Take nothing away from Logan Paul. He's come to this matchup with a...
Everyone you talk to, Wade, talk about how the opportunity he understands. He said it as an 8-year-old kid, and now he finds himself in the ring with one of the greatest of all time. And he's
I have seen in my entire life, and it's not even close.
Bit too much time.
Here's a problem. Logan's been mouthing off.
Superman punch!
Glassy-eyed Roman Reigns, but he didn't hit the cover. So much taken out of Logan. Shades of HBK.
He's on the mat.
Paul Heyman's heart just missed about
in a hurry. And again, Logan's got to get back on the attack. He's questioning the official.
Momentum against Roman Reigns historically does not. Oh no.
Goes the Hall of Famer. Could there be a little rock bottom action? Cover, under the leg for the win.
The history of entertainment, but tonight it might be hit
out of that.
matchup, as you could tell, a doubter, a hater, a nail till his last breath.
It is some atmosphere here at Crown Jewel that somehow the unthinkable could happen. That no man has been able to do. A monstrous upset. Reigns in trouble.
He's down, he's not out.
But for Logan Paul Wade, he said it would take, still able to survive.
That is why he's the WWE.
Roman Reigns had his bell rung. Reigns just falling out of the ring. Logan realizing
exactly what he has to do, even when the brain is not full. He just witnessed that one lucky punch was his biggest chance of.
Reigns is in trouble. I'm not quite sure Roman realizes where he's at.
Logan Paul more prepared
here to Riyadh. And he's running the out table. Logan Paul's going up to the top rope. He's got a damn camera. Damnest thing I've ever seen. Splash!
This matchup was a video that Logan Paul just shot.
Here to check on the tribal chief. Logan Paul splashed him to the table. The Usos are about to rough him up.
They're getting street.
Not quite sure they expected this when they came to Riyadh. I can't wait till they talk about this if they can. Here, Logan's brother Jake Paul.
Anderson the Spider Silver last weekend.
We knew Jake was here. We saw him arrive earlier at the press conference yesterday. Oh, and a right. Let's go. Come on, Logan. Logan Paul back to his feet.
Witnessed the worst nightmare of
championship. The biggest upset ever, and it won't happen there.
Let's go. Let's go, Logan.
Was that Logan's last? The champ, the enforcer of the bloodline. I can't wait to see this.
Paul, perhaps the toughest of the bunch.
And officials trying to separate these two. There's a championship match going on. The Usos are back to their feet. This is his night. He caught Reigns with a spin. The reign continues.
The undisputed WWE
Reigns at the fight that Logan Paul brought to him tonight.
It is one of the damnedest moment. Logan Paul taking to gather himself, nailed a Superman punch, and then
Roman Reigns has been to close in on becoming the longest reigning tag team. Logan, the bloodline. Tonight, it's about Roman Reigns.